Alright guys, I'm back at it again. Today we're gonna go to Ashwoods. It's right here. It's 2 difficulty. You will need here a hatchet, a fishing net, and a gloves to gather all that you can get. There is there is 10 wood cutting spots on the map. There is 6 scavenging and 4 fishing spots in this adventure. There's a couple of mods you need to be very careful of. There is Chompur, which we just killed. There's this Chompur plant thing, which causes poison damage. Right here we want to avoid tanking any poison damage if it's possible. You can tank like physical damage, but try your hardest to avoid poison because it can once it hits you, you get a poison for a minute, which is a very long time. Because you need to do this. When you do this map, the shortest roughly you're gonna do is 15 minutes if you kill everything quickly. And you need only like 6 hits from a poisoned enemy to die without any food. So what I recommend is to bring a feeble ring. Because you will need that here, definitely, if you can't kite too well. But still, I'm just bringing in just for the sake of safety. You can also bring foods and potions. Potions are expensive, especially you can get anti-poison potion, which is like 200 gold, but in my opinion it doesn't really worth it because while it will clean off the poison and it will make you resistant for poison for 2 minutes, it's still very expensive. If you spend 200 golds on that potion, then the run will not bring anything pretty much because it doesn't really give too many like expensive items to you in the beginning to be worth it at all. So just try to take your time when you go into a new room or new section of the map. Just take it slow. You don't need to rush anywhere. Then you go into somewhere and you see there is a monster down there. If you start gathering, it will attack you because it's in the same room as you are, and it will just trigger it to attack you. So keep it in mind. If you first clean the room or the section, and then you can gather. For example, in this case, there is someone, but that's a different room, something. So you can safely cut down the tree. And pretty much what you need to do is just try to lure them one by one, or slowly. When this happens, when more than one attacks you, try to shot the skull first, the skull first. It's very important. And then try to go for the slither, because if it hits you, you lost 600 to 700 damage health, which is a big chunk of your overall health. So keep that in mind. That you need to be very aware of what is going on, what is attacking you, where are they coming from. So always look at the map and be prepared pretty much. So when you're done that, when you go through this map has roughly 3-4 chests. Um, usually, usually it's free. I mean, I think Wiki says there's 4, but sometimes I couldn't find a 4th one, so it's just if you run through and you can't find anything, just don't bother wasting your time to just find that one chest because I mean, oh, um, if you're sure that you haven't missed anything, then it might not even there. Let's do this. So these slither skins are pretty common though, to be honest. This is the most virtual item I'm getting. Here I think I already have 10 of those. There is no use for it. Sometimes on this map there is this place when the sun is shining, then you're gonna know there's a chest there. Right. What else? In this map, these are some ponds. You can use these to lure the grods around, which is the big rock guys. So the grots have to attack, to kind of attack. One of them is when he's jumping up and down, it causes area damage and causes concussion, which slows you down and deals 70 damage. Oh. So, but it's really easy to dodge, to be honest. It's very slow. The only thing is it has a lot of HP, and you need quite a lot of shots, even with the triple shot with the bow. Definitely use bow, because it's not really faster. I mean, it is faster a little bit to use melee, but it's way more dangerous. So when there's more enemies following you, try to shoot the skull first or the slithers first. Because if there's more than one monster that's coming and skull hits you, then you'll get very vulnerable to all of the poison damage and the normal damage as well. So if it's not necessary, you don't necessarily need to take that risk. So just try to shoot them first, and be aware of the slithers. So when they come at you and they shoot you, make sure that you don't. If they shoot in this way, just move up a little bit. You don't have to run out of the map. Just run a little bit higher or lower, or pretty much try to just dodge the whole thing. So when you have more than one grot, or just when you have a grot, what I like to do is just focus on one, try to knock that too close so it doesn't trigger the attack, so it will stay on the front. But when it's one, I can let it come close, so I can trigger it, so I have more time to attack by 1 or 2 shots. But that's pretty much what you need to do, is just shoot it, move away from it. When you get to a point when there is a pond here, you can shoot above the pond, so you can just go in circles. And this is the last map when you can get out without having to kill anything, really. So if you have invisibility potion, you can technically run through the place without killing anything and find the exit. But in trails and swamps and everything above, you have to kill the warden first to spawn portal. But here there is, in the end, there is a wisp, which is like a wasp, to be honest. Which is very fast and also causes poison damage, so you gotta be careful with it. That's why you just like feel your way in. Where are you going? Don't rush into any room because you can get into big trouble. There's no fire damage here, but there's plenty more monster that inflicts some sort of long-lasting damage. You have time, so when it shoots, you have a lot of time. You see, it doesn't do anything. So you have a lot of time to work about. You don't have to sweat it too much. Just if it's too close already and you don't have nowhere to go, just try to trigger it, and then you will have time to shoot it. Same thing with the skull. It will come to you closer to you, and it will try to shoot silk at you. Well, just if you wanna kill it, you can even kill it with a melee, but it will run away. Same as in pets. Now, but in this map, you will really need to rely on your map because obstructing your views, these trees. So you need to make sure that you know where you're going, or you know what's coming. You can turn your screen left and right. And I got hit. There is roughly I think 5 to 10 grods on the map, so that's why this map takes a long time. But because of the resources and skills, it makes it worth it. So when you have an army following you, you might want to skip this pond thing around because they're very slow. One of them are very slow. By the time you go around, you can face them forward, and that's a tricky situation when you have more than one monsters following you. And I tanked that one as well again. Didn't mean to. Just about heading up each one of those. You can trigger Grot's attack and move away from it so it wouldn't affect you, and then hit it. Then you'll maybe have one additional hit. But because the energy's charging back slow in general, you just have to deal with it to kill it slow. Not, well, yeah. So this will take a while. So what I don't recommend, you can kill them with melee. As I said, there's only 2 attacks they do. One causes a concussion, the other one hits you away. what I recommend is when there are more than one, just stick with a bow. You're better off sticking with a bow and shooting them from afar. There's really no reason to get close to them because once they hit you, one of them hits you with a concussion, the other one can hit you again, and the first one can hit you with the basic attack, and they already tank 300 damage for no reason. When you can simply just shut them down by one, taking your time. I know it takes a while, but this is what it is. Once you get a better bow, it shouldn't take much slower. But to be honest, you don't really need anything other than a green bow. You can finish this map without any heal or any potions or anything really, because you don't really need to. People asking what they take for here, and they say that you can take the anti-poison potion, but I don't think it's necessary at all. It's just wasting money. And if you look at that standpoint, the more you spend on healing yourself back up, the less you can get out of the dungeon. So you pretty much just set up yourself to slow down your progress in your money wise. Because we all need the gold, because the gold is powerful. Because you can buy membership from other people for gold, which is pretty cool. But yeah, once the event comes tomorrow, on 24th of March 2021, that will hopefully that we're gonna see some more items. So once you grind these dungeons, you should be able to see more items drop. And if you have more items to drop, definitely more blockchain items to drop. And there is a rule. So if you don't have a membership, if you don't have membership, you don't have this pendant, then you can only take out one blockchain item per run. So I would consider buying at least a weekly one, uh, from either from the website or well, that was a bad idea. Either from the website or from other people somehow. Because I'm pretty sure even if you don't get like high tier items, we will get some blockchain items, and you don't want to lose those blockchain items just because you didn't want to pay. It's literally $3 for a day, and I don't like $7 for a week. I think it's worth it, especially because it's an event coming up. So that's pretty much all that I can say to this map. As I said, it's just a grind. You just gotta go through it. Take a green bow. If you don't feel confident, you can take an uncommon, the uncommon, the common weapons that you can get with a start, and take nothing else, and just hit at it, just try it, see where get where you go with it, and then you have an understanding of the map. But to be honest, as I said, if you're careful, this map is not hard at all. It just takes some time. Alright then, so next time I will do trails and swamps, and yeah, I think I'm gonna do this either today or tomorrow.